In this video, we're going to talk about how to make the reader believe that you are passionate about something. Now, for some of you, you're going to be convincing them of something that's true, that's something you're actually interested in. For others of you, you're going to be basically just lying, convincing them that you're interested in something that you're not really that interested in. Either way, the same skills, the same techniques apply to both situations. It doesn't really matter. Let's start off with the first biggest part. If you are interested in something, you are going to have opinions about that thing. If somebody's interested in football, they're going to have opinions about what's the best team. They're going to have opinions about what's the worst team, what's their favorite team, what's their least favorite team. They're going to be able to tell you why. Having opinions, by the way, is not having a view that everyone shares. It's not supposed to be that. That's not showing passion. That's showing lack of interest. If your view is something that everyone shares, it's just a polite nothing that you're using to avoid the topic. So, and that's not just for football, by the way. That's for anything. If somebody's really into classic cars, they're going to be able to tell you their favorite car, their least favorite, what they like about them, what they wish they had, what they would wish didn't ever existed, all that kind of stuff. Any topic. One of the big issues that I see is that people get afraid that they might offend somebody if the reader doesn't agree with their opinion. And that's totally misunderstanding what college is about. College is a place of debate. They want to see, are your ideas interesting? Not, are your ideas universally agreed upon? The only way for an idea to be universally agreed upon is it has to be very, 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 very boring. So if your opinion is that astronomy lets us see the stars, well, that's just what astronomy is. So that's not an opinion. That's just stating an obvious fact, and the level of obviousness there basically tells the reader that you don't really care. Because if you were actually into astronomy, you'd have some opinions about astronomy that other people would disagree with. The other thing that's true, if you're interested in something, you're going to come up with specifics. People who are really interested in football, they'll tell you specifics about people on a team, people they like, people that don't like, all that kind of stuff. They'll know details. The same is true if you're interested in anything else. If you're interested in astronomy, you're going to know you're going to have a favorite telescope. You're going to have a place that you wish you could be, a place that you're not interested in. You're going to have your favorite, most amazing thing that ever happened in astronomy, least favorite thing. That's what it looks like to be interested in something. It means to have specific knowledge along with specific opinions. And I'm going to throw in a bonus one, which is if you're interested in a thing, you'll often find yourself using that as a basis for analogies. Suppose you're really interested in, I don't know, say you're super interested in, say, Superman comic books. You might draw parallels between what's happening right now to something that happened in this comic book. So let's say you're making a sandwich. You might say, making the sandwich is just like what happened in this one episode of the Superman comic book. Simple example. It'll happen naturally. It's a good technique to know, to think about and see if it fits in. You won't use that 100% of the time, but having opinions and using specifics, you will always use that to show your interest. And remember this is the most important piece. An opinion will not be something everyone agrees with. Some people will disagree with your opinion. That's the point. Your opinions need to be interesting, not universally agreed upon. The worst thing that your essay can be is boring. The worst thing your opinion can be is boring. And if your opinion is the statement of the obvious, like math really lets us use numbers, then that's boring. That's saying nothing. And if that's all you have to say, then they're not really going to see you as needed in that college. College is a place of exploring ideas, debating ideas, where the student body and faculty push the boundaries of thought, not just try to pander to each other by saying things that everyone agrees with. If you can get that idea out there, if you can show specific opinions about a topic, I guarantee you they're going to believe that you're interested in that thing, whether or not you actually are.